Hey, what's up, guys? It's Shaq, and in this video, we're going to be talking about the iPhone X. So, if you follow my channel or you're subscribed to my channel, you'll see that I had an iPhone X unboxing, and that was my personal iPhone X that was featured in that unboxing video. So, if you want to follow me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon if you want to, get the notifications. Which I don't really care. Just hit the subscribe button, just for me. Anyways, long story. Anyway, so right here I have a iPhone 6s, which has nothing to do with this video, but it's in the video because I have it laying around. And I'm recording right now on my iPhone 10, which works really good. And as you can see, camera quality is not that bad. And I'm trying a new different camera angle too, and that's all fair and done. But now moving towards a review of the iPhone 10 itself. So I've had this phone for a little over 2 months now. It's late January, about to be February now. And I like the phone for the most part. Now, I'm coming from an iPhone 7. And when the iPhone 7 came out, I wanted the 7 Plus because it had a bigger screen and whatnot. But I ended up getting the 7 because I didn't like the fact that I couldn't hold the iPhone 7 Plus with one hand and use it. Now, everyone's got different hand sizes and whatnot. But for me, the smaller iPhone 7 size was just ideal and worked really good. I could use the whole entire screen with my right hand, and it worked very well for me. As opposed to the 7 Plus, which I would always need two hands, and I could not use it easily. Now, I do use my phone a lot while I'm driving, and that's not a good thing, but, it is what it is. So, the iPhone 10 actually makes that so much harder to do. It's harder to use your phone while you're driving with the iPhone 10. And that would probably be my first thing. Now, I'm all about safe driving, no texting and driving, all that good stuff. But there are times when you're using your phone and you actually need it, like your GPS or music or whatever. And, I think it's more about being responsible and careful than the actual texting and driving itself. Now, when I'm texting and driving, I'm usually using Siri and, stuff like that. So I'm not actually texting and driving. My eyes are on the road, but having the iPhone 10 just makes the whole thing more difficult. So that would probably be the first thing I don't like about the phone. And this is a review coming from someone who had it for 2 months. The second thing is Face ID. Now, I've heard reports that people say Face ID doesn't work and whatnot. It has worked for me every time. However, the only thing is when I'm in bed at night, it doesn't work because the angle is not properly, it's not set properly. And I have to pick up my phone in a special angle just to get my Face ID to work. When I'm driving, I have to pick the phone up to my face in order for it to work, which allows cops to see it even more easier than, when it was in your hand. So those are some things that really suck about Face ID. Now, it does work in the dark, if that's a question you were wondering. Face ID does work really good in the dark. Excuse me. It works in the daytime. It works with sunglasses. It works with whatever. It's pretty good, but at the same time, like I said, if you're using your phone, you gotta put it up over here in order to get the Face ID to recognize you. If you're laying down in bed, you gotta pick it up like you're actually looking at it, get it to work. And I find myself having to use my passcode way more often than I had to do with my iPhone 7. It's almost taking a step back. Now, I wish they had a thing where it would be Touch ID and Face ID, so that way, if I'm not using the Face ID, the Touch ID kicks in. Now, the other thing is the home button. I do not like having the home... I do like having the home button there, as swiping up from the bottom of the screen is not always the easiest thing to do. Now, especially, like I said, I use my phone a lot while driving, and I use my phone a lot using just one hand. And it's a bigger screen, and you do have the same problem you have with the iPhone Pluses. So the 6 Plus, 6S Plus, 7 Plus, all the issues you have with those phones with reachability, having to use two hands or moving your hand on the screen in order to get it, is the same problem with the iPhone 10, and that's something I don't like. So in order to get to home while I'm driving, I have to slide my phone up and then swipe up from the bottom, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. The other thing is Siri. Like I said, while driving, I use Siri a lot, and that's also a pain in the ass to do because Siri just doesn't work. Sometimes I'm trying to click the button, I believe you click it twice or you hold it down or something. I can't even figure out how to fucking use it. I have to try Hey Siri, pick up my phone, and try it every time, and it's a pain in the ass. Now, I do have the AirPods, and those are a big help, and I'll put a review in for those too. If you want to, get that review, feel free to just click subscribe or look through my channel. You'll find it. And, if you want, comment below, and I'll send you a link of it, whatever you want, whatever. But pretty much those are my main concerns with the iPhone 10. It's really fast. The battery life is good, and most apps are optimized for it now. 2 months in now, but however, there are some apps that aren't optimized, and for those that aren't, most of them still open up and work properly, but some of them just say you need to wait for a newer update, and that's usually the older apps. So most apps just work with a smaller screen, and it's not that bad. The other thing I do not like about the iPhone 10 is with the battery life. So it has a little cutout now. If I wasn't recording on it, I would show you, but since I am recording on it, I'll just show you on this iPhone 6s I got in the video. See how it says the battery percentage right here? That you can't get that with the iPhone 10, and you actually have to swipe down from the top for Control Center in order to get it. Now the other thing, now that I'm on the Control Center topic, it's annoying as fuck. Simply put that, it's you gotta swipe up from the right corner on top to get to the Control Center, and the middle corner, just the middle of it, or the left, to get to the regular top menu. And it's kind of annoying. It gets messed up sometimes. And like I said, in order to check my battery percentage, I have to look at drop that Control Center down, and then it could tell me my battery percentage. Other than that, I just get the battery sign, and I have to figure out how much battery life I have in my phone, which is kind of a pain in the ass, and it's inconvenient. So I feel like in some ways the iPhone 10 is taking a step back from the iPhone from the iPhone 7. And ideally, when you think about it, with the headphone jack and everything, even the iPhone 7 was, kind of annoying. But when you add the wireless stuff in, like now I've got wireless everything. I've got, the only thing I use my phone for is really nothing. The lightning port is used for absolutely nothing. Syncing my phone, that's all it's used for, really. I've got the wireless charging pad, and I've got the AirPods, whatever. So really, I don't really use the connector too much, but just the fact that, the home button, the whatever, everything I listen to this video, it just feels like it's taking a step back, and it's a little more inconvenient. So the whole thing about iPhones that I love, and my main selling point for them, if I'm telling someone to buy it, I tell them it's very convenient compared to Androids, and everything is convenient to use and easy. And that's just becoming more and more false as we see the newer iPhones, because it's just getting more and more complex. Now, if iPhone wanted to, they could have added a touch ID button somewhere in the phone, and it would have worked just fine. Maybe figured a way out. I don't know how to, what they could have done, could not have done, but I would rather have the touch button somewhere on the screen than no touch button at all. So those are my, that's my review pretty much, and I'm pretty much just stated negative things because everything else is positive. So the phone looks good, it feels good, the size is good, you can watch videos on it, camera's good, everything about the phone is great. And this is coming from an iPhone 7 user, so everything's just, a little bit better, a little bit, faster, and it works really great. So if you're interested in the phone, definitely check it out. But keep in mind the drawbacks that I listed in this video, and I hope you guys enjoy your phone, whatever you get, even if it's a S9, which is coming out in a few months. Enjoy your phone. Samsung does suck, but enjoy your phone. I had to say that because this channel is mostly based off of Apple. But if you like Samsung, you definitely subscribe either way. You'll see some some things in here, and maybe I can switch you over to iPhone. But whatever, each phone is good in its own respect. So we'll just keep it at that. If you do like cars or anything else, feel free to subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Twitter at Shaq's Tweets. Follow me on Instagram at Shaq's Insta. And that's about it, guys. Leave a comment and let me know what you guys don't like about your iPhone 10, or what you think Apple could have done a little better. And have a great day.